Hey guys, it's Kelly and welcome back to our channel. For today's video, I'm doing a pregnancy recap. I'm going to be talking about my first 19 weeks of pregnancy. I am going to be 19 weeks on February 1st. If you guys do not know, I am pregnant with a little boy right now and we are due at the end of June, which is kind of crazy because the end of June seems like a lifetime away, but it's already almost February. And when this video is uploaded, it will be February, which is insane. So there's really only like 4 months left of pregnancy, which is crazy, or I guess 5 because like 20 more weeks. But today I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about my first trimester and then also the beginning of my second trimester. I again am 19 weeks now, or 18 weeks and 5 days if we're gonna be really technical. But this is really when I'm having the energy to film. I am already super pregnant, I feel like. I have a pretty big bump and everything. I will show you a picture of that at the end. Or I guess I'll like include one here of how pregnant I look. But yeah, I have had a pretty rough pregnancy so far. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah. But I'm going to get into the first trimester. If you guys did not know, I did a video of like finding out I'm pregnant. I will post it up here. I found out at exactly 5 weeks, which is kind of weird to me. I always thought I would know I was pregnant, but my symptoms were not what I thought they'd be. Like I thought it would be like, oh, pregnancy stuff, but really like they were the exact same things as like my period, so I just didn't know. But nonetheless, we're gonna get into my first trimester and my second trimester. So I found out I was pregnant at 5 weeks again, and it was like fine. I was super bloated. I think I have pictures, so I'm gonna like try and post them here just to show you guys what I looked like through the weeks. But I found out I was pregnant at like 5 weeks, and nothing was really like too crazy. I mean, I already felt nauseous and stuff, but that is a very common symptom for me. I am always nauseous. I have a ton of like allergies and I have a autoimmune disease, so my stomach's always out of place and out of whack. So that wasn't like a weird thing to me. But then when I got to 6 weeks, I had my first appointment because I was visiting home when I found out I was pregnant, and I got like an ultrasound there, which was great because I was nervous about flying, like being pregnant, and they helped me feel more safe about it. I'll put like pictures of my ultrasound. That'll be fun. So this is like 6 weeks. I think it's like 6 weeks and 2 days or whatever. And I remember at my first ultrasound, I could hear the heartbeat, and the heartbeat was already at 120, which is insane because like 6 weeks, they usually tell you like you can't hear the heartbeat. So that was really nice to like hear my baby's heartbeat. Around 6 weeks is when I started getting nauseous, like really nauseous. And I think I threw up like 1 or 2 times in 6 weeks, and I was like, oh, okay, like that's probably it. And it was just like baby barfs, and that's fine and whatever. I'm sorry if you don't want me to talk about these things, but I guess if you're watching this video, then you want to know. So yeah, I'm also going to do another video on like things that helped me get through the first trimester, and then also like the beginning of the second trimester, because like my nausea didn't stop until 17 weeks. But yeah, my nausea was really bad, or I guess it wasn't that bad, but I was throwing up. Like I threw up twice, and it really got bad around nighttime. It was like 5 o'clock, like I started feeling sick, and then 7 o'clock was like not good, like not good at all. Like I remember 7 o'clock, like I either had to be laying down, have not eaten at least for like 2 hours before. So I guess I stopped eating around 5 p.m. every day, and then like I'd get sick at 7, whatever. So 7 and 8 weeks, I don't really think there was anything too big. I mean, my nausea was still there. I don't really remember throwing up then, but then 9 weeks hit and it got bad. I remember I was prescribed something for nausea and it did not help at all. Again, I will talk about everything like that in the next video because I tried everything. I just tried everything. The only thing I didn't try was those C-bands, and I kind of regret it. I mean, I'm hoping that my nausea doesn't come back in the third trimester, and if it does, then I'll try them. But I'm getting really out of line. Let me just pay attention. So other than that, other than throwing up a ton, I threw up a ton. I feel like my husband was really good about like helping me. We have these like Dollar Tree mixing bowls, I guess they're what they're called, and like I have one next to my bed still, and I used to like keep one next to me on the couch. We got like 5 extra ones just to have them like all over our small apartment just in case, which was good. I would recommend that. let me just say that if you have bad nausea, go to the Dollar Tree and spend $5 for like throwaway plastic bins. I mean, you wash them, but like if you don't want to keep your throw up bowls, you can throw them away. It just wasn't pretty. I was more nauseous in the later day. It was kind of crazy because like I always think of morning sickness with pregnancy. I don't really think I ever was sick in the morning. I feel like I woke up and I was like hungry, and then I got sick around like noon. So like the afternoon, nighttime was bad for me. Other than that, I was really, really tired all the time. I mean, I was sick all the time. So I don't really think I slept that well in the first trimester. I've slept better in the second trimester, which is crazy to me because people always say that it's usually the opposite. But yeah, I was super, super tired, and I really couldn't sleep because I just felt so sick all the time. And also I lost 12 pounds in my first trimester, which was kind of terrifying for me because I don't know, I always thought like you had to gain a ton of weight. I'm gaining weight now, so it's fine, but I lost 12 pounds and I just was not feeling good because like I couldn't keep anything down. The only things, I actually wrote them down, the things that I could keep down were Chick-fil-A ice. I swear, best ice. Like I would put it in my water. I think we bought like at least 10 bags when I was like really craving it. We had to go to Chick-fil-A like every other day to get a new bag of like 5-pound ice. Also, ice at Chick-fil-A, you can buy like the little like cube nugget ice. I think it's $1.50 for 5 pounds, which is so cheap when like that's all you can keep down. So like keep that in the back of your mind. Or also if you just like ice, like that ice is like superior to any other ice. And then also popsicles. I remember my friend Emma told me to get popsicles around 9 weeks, and I swear I ate a popsicle like every 15 minutes. Like it was like clockwork. That was the only thing I could keep down. It made me feel a lot better because like popsicles aren't, I don't know how to explain it. Like they're cold, but they have like some calories, so they helped me like get calories in because I literally was just eating popsicles and ice. So I needed like something. I was definitely eating like way under my calorie intake for like the day. And then I also liked popcorn, just plain popcorn with white cheddar, like shaky cheese. I don't remember what like that brand is called, but they always have it at the supermarkets next to like the popcorn. Okay, other than that, I think that's everything with my my first trimester. I'll also put in like my other ultrasounds. I think I have one at like 9 weeks and 2 days or something like that, when I was just like nervous that there was something wrong. And then I don't think I got another one. Maybe I did 11 weeks. I will post them here. I mean, like you'll see them. But we found out the gender at 13 weeks and 1 day. I feel like that's the first trimester too, so I'll post that one here. That's when we found out the gender through ultrasound, and then I just had my anatomy scan and it was confirmed, so it is a boy. But yeah, so that's when we found out the gender, 13 weeks and 1 day. It's very rare to find out the gender through ultrasound that early. So on to my second trimester. My second trimester, my nausea was still full force, probably worse than the first trimester. From 13 weeks to 17 weeks. I think 17 weeks was when it like started like capping. But like I swear my nausea was so much worse in the second trimester. I was throwing up a ton more. It wasn't just like baby barfs. I'm not trying to like paint a picture for you guys, but it was a lot, and it was like terrifying, and I hated it. And I really kept losing weight. I mean, I lost the 12 pounds from 5 weeks to 17 weeks. And then 17 weeks to 18 weeks plus 5, I've gained 7 pounds, which is like the 7 pounds I like lost. So like I still have like 5 pounds more to like get to my like pre-pregnancy weight, but still like 7 pounds in 2 weeks. That's a lot. But yeah, so my nausea stopped at 17 weeks. I just wanted to say that now, just because I know it's like, I just don't want to keep talking about it. But other than that, my heartburn and acid reflux has been absolutely terrible. I swear, I went from getting sick all the time to like I burned the back of my throat with my acid reflux, which was really bad. I swear my acid reflux has been terrible. I hate it so much, but Pepcid really helps me, and I take it 1 time at night because it's really bad in the morning, and then 1 time like before my first meal, which is for some reason always turkey sandwiches, but it's like my first meal every day is a turkey sandwich. So yeah, I take Pepcid twice a day. Even if my acid reflux isn't bad, I still force myself to take it because I know that when I like don't take it because I'm like, oh, it's not that bad right now, it's so much worse like hours later, and it's not good. So yeah, I definitely do not have a fun time with acid reflux. And then also, this started in the first trimester, it started around 7 weeks. I have round ligament pain, like no one's business. I swear, it's not good. Round ligament pain usually does not start until like where I am now, which is like the middle of the second trimester. But for some reason, my uterus was a lot smaller than, I guess, the normal uterus. I don't know what a normal uterus is, but that's what my doctor said. So that explains why I had more round ligament pain earlier. They were not anywhere close to what I'm feeling now, but it was still like uncomfortable. It was kind of like when you'd get really bad cramps and like one would feel like it's daggering you, like you were stabbed by a knife. Painting a picture of pregnancy. But yeah, that's what it felt like, and now it's just a lot worse. But yeah, it's fine. I think I also am having like a mixture of Braxton Hicks sometimes, which my doctor said is normal because of where I am carrying. I am carrying super, 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 super low. Like the baby is right on top of my pelvis, so it explains like everything that I'm having, which isn't like, I don't want to say not normal because like every pregnancy is different, but a lot of people usually carry higher, especially at my age. But for some reason, the baby just decided to sit right on top of my pelvis. So yeah, but my doctor said it could help me have an easier and faster labor. So we'll see. I mean, you guys will also see based off of how my labor goes. I'm hoping to do a birth vlog. Don't know if I will be able to because of COVID, but whatever. We're not going to talk about that now because if I talk about it now, I'll cry. Another thing with that, I have had terrible emotions. Everything makes me cry. Everything makes me cry. And it's not like little tears. I feel like it's like a lot, and I feel like I'm getting emotional thinking about crying, but whatever. Yeah, everything makes me cry, and I feel like it's because, I don't know, everybody always says like you have mom instincts at the moment that you're pregnant, or also before. Like I feel like a lot of people that want to be mothers have a lot of motherly instincts. But if I'm watching something and something happens to a kid, or like something happens to somebody that's pregnant, or old people with like their kids, and I don't know, it makes me cry because it makes me think about like the future and everything, like the far future, but like, you know. Yeah, so everything makes me cry, and I think that's very normal. Very, very normal. The next thing is that lightning crotch started around 15 weeks for me. Again, that is just because of where the baby is placed. Like the baby is right above my pelvis, which explains lightning crotch and everything like that. I think that's usually in the third trimester, but my doctor told me when you're carrying as low as I am, you usually feel like a lot of the third trimester things, like when the baby drops like earlier, which isn't a bad thing. It doesn't mean that there's going to be something wrong with the baby like in the future, but it just means that like pregnancy isn't going to be as easy for me, which I already knew that it wasn't going to be because of how like my first trimester was. And then also I started getting sciatica, I think that's what it's called, or sciatic pain, at around 18 weeks, which is, I'm in 18 weeks, I'm like 18 weeks to 5 days. Again, let me just keep saying that. But I think it's also just based off of where the baby is placed. My doctor told me to look out for it because the baby is moving a ton, which explains everything. I have sciatica now. Hopefully it stops because I never had it before 18 weeks, but I think this is around the time that it usually starts for most people. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated in the future if that like goes away, or maybe it's just hopefully like a 1 week thing for me. The next thing is that I have super, super sore hips, and I have like sore legs and feet. The hips are explained because the baby is kicking my hips like it's a punching bag for some reason. I didn't know that was like a toy for them, but whatever. Or for him. There's not them, it's just one baby. But he likes to kick my hips, and when I got like my anatomy scan, the ultrasound tech was like, oh, your hips look like very bruised. And I was like, yeah, I think he likes to use it as a punching bag. And she was like, yeah, I just saw him kick it. So that's fun. But yeah, I mean, those aren't like terrible things. I mean, pregnancy, I don't think for anybody is fun. So I'll take sore hips and like sore feet and legs. And then the next things are that like smells really bother me, more so than they did in the first trimester. Like things would smell, but they never bothered me. I have like a weird sense of smell. Like I feel like I never could smell anything unless it was like right up in front of my face. But now I can smell things that are like farther away and for no reason. Like I was sitting on the couch and we have like a candle on our like coffee table in front of me. And I was like, what is that smell? It smells like candy or like cookies or something. And then the candle is cookies, but like we didn't light it that day, or like we barely light this candle because like I'm terrified of fire. Side note. But like for some reason I could smell it like 10,000 times more than like the actual smell of it, because like it wasn't lit, it was just sitting there. But yeah, my sense of smell is crazy. Another thing, I am out of breath all the time. I'm sure that you guys can tell from this video that I'm out of breath a lot. I like to just talk through not being able to breathe, but yeah, I get winded way easier than before. And I never had like really great lungs before. Like my lungs don't do a stellar job or anything, but now I'm out of breath all the time. And the last thing that I feel like I have to say is that I am hungry all the time. Like I am always hungry, like could always eat. So yeah, that's fun. First, before I end off this video, I wanted to post like all of my bump transformation pictures. I've been posting since 12 weeks on my Instagram, so I'll like post them here. Like that's what my bump looks like. I don't know, but I wanted to show you guys my bump right now, just because I feel like I popped around like 16 weeks or 15 weeks or something like that. But I swear I popped more this week, and like a lot of more people are saying things to me. Like the other day I was walking down like the hall of our apartment complex and somebody said like, girl, you look like you're gonna pop. And I'm like, I got still like 22 weeks left, but whatever. And then yesterday somebody at Target said congratulations to us, and I'm like, for what? But I was like, thanks, but I guess it was because I'm pregnant. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like I definitely look pregnant now, and people are definitely saying things to me about looking pregnant, which I like, but like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna look like at like 33 weeks or 34 weeks. So let's pray. This is my bump. I feel like I look pregnant. I don't know how to show you guys this, but I feel like I look pregnant from the front too now. But yeah, that's my entire video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I probably talked really badly about pregnancy, but I want to just say that I love being pregnant. I love that my body could do something like this and get pregnant and is growing a healthy baby, and I will want nothing more than to be pregnant in the future, even though my pregnancy has not been perfect. But I also just wanted to say that pregnancy has not been good for me emotionally. I've been struggling a lot with prenatal anxiety, and my doctor thinks I have prenatal OCD, which I want to talk about in a future video, but I just don't think I'm ready to open up about that really without like crying. Like I feel like I want to cry now, but yeah. And if you are struggling with pregnancy, please feel free to message me. I understand that pregnancy is so lonely, and I didn't think it would be. Like I have an amazing husband, he's always there for me, but it still feels like I'm alone in my body, and like I'm sure other people feel this way. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video otherwise, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.